Welcome everyone to a brand new series, and what has to be everyone's favourite RPG, Skyrim. This game is my comfort zone, as I'm sure it is for a lot of people, and it might not be a new game, but I'm going to make it feel new by modding it. I have over 400 mods downloaded, all individually chosen by me, so that the game looks and feels exactly how I want. Now you can download mod packs, where someone else does all of that hard work for you, and all you have to do is click a button to download them, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to choose them all myself. And this might not be my first playthrough of Skyrim, but with the help of mods and a few restrictions, playthrough is going to feel a little bit different. Now you can download a mod to skip this opening scene, but I've chosen not to because I thought this would be a really great opportunity to overview some of the bigger overhaul mods that I'll be using. Then as I progress through the game, I'll have the mods pop up on screen as and when we see them and encounter them, so that you can go and download them yourself if you like what you see. So let's get started by introducing a mod to overhaul combat called Blade and Blunt. This mod is part of a series of mods called Skyrim. I'll be using a few of these. Along with basic changes to combat animations that make it a little bit more realistic, there's more of a focus on resource management in terms of stamina and magicka. For example, if you run out of stamina, you move and attack slower, you deal less damage, you're less effective at blocking, and you take increased stagger. It also rewards you for seizing advantage in combat with attacks of opportunity. You basically deal more damage and stagger to targets that are drawing a bow, power attacking, or casting a spell. Although it does work the other way around too. So both of these things can make combat more dangerous, and it'll really make me think about what I'm doing, because otherwise I could get punished hard. Blade and Blunt also introduces an injury system. When you're injured, your max health is reduced, and there are different stages to it. You've got minor, major, and critical injuries. And to heal these, you have to rest in beds, and the length of time you have to rest for is dependent on the severity of the injury. If you go 24 in-game hours without doing this, you get an infection, and this affects your health regeneration. Once again, there are different severities, but infections are treated like diseases, meaning you can use potions to cure it. But this injury system means that getting yourself to towns and cities to sleep is critical, and combined with the other changes makes combat more lethal and perilous. Now to complement Blade and Blunt, I've also got something called Archery Gameplay Overhaul. Now, this mod complements Blade and Blunt by tweaking aspects of archery gameplay. There are new animations that make it potentially more realistic, such as faster drawing of arrows, but also fatigue from holding the arrow drawn for too long. It introduces the bleeding mechanic, which is a damage over time status. It can't kill you though, so it's not too overpowered. Finally, it also adds a few elemental rings to the game, which you can find on select enemies, and these rings enchant your arrows with a specific element. Alongside the overhaul, I'm using another mod called Archery Locational Damage, which is designed to reward you for aiming your bow and arrow at specific body parts. For example, you'll do more damage to the head or neck. If you hit the legs, it will reduce their movement speed, or if you hit their arm, there's a chance they might drop their weapon or stop casting a spell. And to balance this out, there are also damage reductions depending on what type of armor is being worn, or if a shield is being held. This mod really adds more depth to the archery gameplay. Okay, moving on to magic gameplay, there's another Skyrim mod called Mysticism, a magic overhaul. This mod fixes hundreds of bugs and balances a lot of the vanilla spells, so some of the lesser used spells are more useful. It also introduces 200 new spells. Along with this, it introduces 2 new archetypes, Poison and Sun spells, which allows for a whole new mage build. There are also gameplay improvements introduced, such as one-handed master spells and adjusted casting times, which should make mage builds a lot more viable. As for alchemy and enchanting, I'll be using Apothecary, an alchemy overhaul, and Thaumaturgy, an enchanting overhaul. Apothecary is designed to balance existing potions and poisons, but also adds powerful new effects to the game. Some of the changes it makes include balancing the potency of player-made potions and poisons compared to generic ones, and even removing some of the useless or poor effects to make room for newer and more interesting ones. Similarly to Apothecary, Thaumaturgy overhauls enchanting by balancing existing enchantments, removing useless ones and adding powerful new enchantments to the game. And moving on to perks, I'm using a mod called Adamant, a perk overhaul. Now this is the last Skyrim mod that I've installed, and it completely revamps the perk trees, once again balancing existing perks and adding powerful new perks to the game. Adamant allows you to utilise new gameplay styles and can provide a better experience in building a character. This mod actually requires Mysticism to be installed, and they actually link together with new perks supporting the new spells that Mysticism introduces. So those are all of the Skyrim ones that I'm using. Next, I've got a couple of mods that are working together to change the way that I level up my character. These are called Experience and Leveling Freedom, and they work together. Experience changes how you level up by disconnecting your skill attributes, meaning that leveling a skill no longer contributes to you leveling up. This means I can't cheat my way up in level by exploiting skill leveling. There are quite a few ways you can do this. One is to continually cast the muffle spell over and over until your illusion is 100. And in the vanilla game that would also level you up. Well, now that won't happen. The way you level up with this mod installed is to complete quests, explore and find new locations, clear dungeons, and ultimately just kill stuff. Now, Leveling Freedom is a simple mod to complement Experience, and its job is purely to smooth out the leveling process. In vanilla Skyrim you gain levels fast early on, but it's a bit of a struggle later on, a bit more of a grind. But with this mod you can make it more balanced throughout. Now I have no idea if this mod is actually a good idea or not. I'm using the recommended settings and my understanding is that it works well with Experience mod. So we'll just have to see what happens. The next mod to mention is Coin, which stands for Coins of Interesting Natures, and I thought this mod was worth mentioning just because it affects the economy of the game and the amount of gold that I can earn. In vanilla Skyrim you can earn quite a lot of gold quite easily. Essentially it adds new types of coins to the game that each have their own value, so these coins are placed in relevant areas of the world. For example, you can find ancient Falmer coins in the areas of the map where you'd find Falmer, but they aren't worth much compared to Septons. It just makes it a bit more realistic and means that I can't get rich quick. Let's move on to the way that the game looks. Firstly, I'll mention a weather mod because these are probably one of the mods that people download first, and there's quite a lot of popular ones. I'm using Obsidian Weathers and Seasons. I chose this weather mod because I've used it before and I really liked it, but there are a lot of different options as I said. Obsidian has really good storms and really good night skies, which is why I quite like it, but ultimately this is just down to personal preference. And to complement this and to improve interiors specifically, I'm using a lighting mod called Enhanced Lighting and Effects. This mod has a really big impact on the game. It just completely revamps the way that lighting works in the game. Vanilla Skyrim has a lot of fake lighting and you don't actually realise how bright the game is until you install one of these mods, because ELFX removes any lights that don't have a light source and ensures that lighting only comes from places where it actually would. Now when you combine this with another mod called ELFX Shadows, which enhances how shadows are created, it really makes the interiors in particular look fantastic. If anything, it can be a little bit too dark at points. Now there are different levels of lighting within this mod that you can choose, which is Standard, Enhanced and Hardcore. I'm using the Enhanced mode alongside a mod called ELFX Enhancer Brighter Lights, and I find that this combination gives the best of both worlds. You get nice dark interiors, it's not so dark that you can't see anything. Moving on to mods that have a really big impact on how the game looks as you're walking across Skyrim, you're going to be looking at trees and flora. So I'm using Happy Little Trees and I'm using Northern Grass. And one of the first things you tend to mod in Skyrim is all of the trees, bushes and flora, because it's what you see constantly everywhere you go. There are loads to choose from. To be honest with you kind of just have to go with what you like the look of best, as well as what your PC can actually handle, because you will see an FPS drop with some of these. I found that Happy Little Trees has minimal impact on my performance, but a good impact on the visuals of the game. It replaces all the vanilla trees with much bigger trees, and they're more detailed. But it's still in keeping with the look of vanilla. Forests actually feel a lot more dense because the trees are bigger as well, which is quite nice. And when you combine this with a good grass mod, it makes Skyrim feel so different. Again, the grass mod you choose is all personal preference and based on the performance hit that you're willing to take, but as I said, I'm using one called Northern Grass. Complementing these are a few miscellaneous mods for individual plants like Mary's Flora, and there's a series of plant textures by Cathedral. Talking of performance, I have every performance enhancing mod you can find downloaded. I'll include my PC specs in the description just so you can get a feel for what is possible, but by no means do I have a juiced up supercomputer, so I'm not running 4K visuals and parallax textures. This is an achievable modding experience for most people. Now let's move on to what this playthrough is about. Firstly, I'm setting myself a restriction on fast travel. No fast travel. This will really change how I play the game because I can't just hop around all over the place completing whatever quest takes my fancy. The idea is to complete quests in a way that makes sense. For example, if I'm travelling from Whiterun to Markarth, I need to plan out what quests to complete along the way and decide whether the journey makes sense to make. This playstyle will also affect my character, or be affected by my character, depending on how the character build progresses. I'm not going into this playthrough with any particular character build in mind, and I plan to let it happen organically. If the situation lends well to sneaking, I'll do it. If range makes sense, then I'll get the bow out. Otherwise, I'll lean into melee combat, and I'll dip into magic if it starts to make sense. I'm also happy for you guys to contribute in the comments and let me know what you'd like to see as we progress through the playthrough. This won't be a min-maxed optimized character build though, put it that way. If that's what you want, then this isn't the playthrough for you. Anyway, that's enough rambling from me. You now know what to expect, you know what mods I'm using, so let's get into it and rim the sky together. And here we are, the start of a new series in a familiar game called Skyrim. I've played this a few times and yet I'm still excited to play it again. I don't know why, but yeah, this is my character. He's a high elf. He's pretty beaten up. You can only see out of one eye. And he's pretty good with a melee weapon, but you know, being a high elf may have some hidden potential. But we need to get to Riverwood. Ralof is waiting. Where are you? Let's go. Lead the way. Lead the way. You got an arrow in you, mate. You gonna take that out? Does that not hurt? Alright, whatever.
You know, you should go to Windhelm and join the fight to free Skyrim. You've seen the true face of the Empire here today. If anyone will know what the coming of the dragon means, it's Ulfric.
Speak with the Jarl of Windhelm. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see what happens. You have to run, Ralof. Not a rush.
See that ruin up there? Bleak Falls Barrow. I never understood how my sister could stand living in the shadow of that place. I guess you get used to it.
I mean, I'd love to live in the shadow of that. That's pretty cool. Why wouldn't you? Alright, let's get to Riverwood. Come on. Oh, before we do that, though, we have the Guardian Stones. Alright, what should we choose?
These are the Guardian Stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Go ahead. See for yourself.
I will, Ralof. Oh, we have the Warrior Stone, the Mage Stone, and the Thief Stone. So I don't really know what I'm doing with my character yet. I'm hoping you guys can help me in the comments. Just let me know, I don't know, what you think the character backstory should be, or what type of character I should be playing. You know, I'm going to be starting as melee, so I think I'm going to go with the Warrior Stone. It just makes sense. So 20% faster skills for all combat skills. So let's take that.
Warrior, good. Those stars will guide you to honor and glory.
Ooh, chainmail. I could carry that. Sell some stuff when we get to Riverwood. And we have a strongbox. Let's unlock it, see what's inside. Need a novice lock, come on. Oh, are you kidding me? Am I that bad at lockpicking? I'm a novice. We take all that, thank you very much. And we got some alchemical ingredients here. Some potions. Oh, don't kick it. Alright, fine, I'll take the basket. Give me the rest of it. We'll leave that one. Be greedy. Okay, onward. Off to Riverwood. Oh, I see. Is that a wolf? Oh, Ralof's handling it. Go on, mate. You kill them, and I'll just carry on. How about that?
You start running, so I can stab you in the back.
Whose voice is that? That wasn't Ralof's voice. What are you doing in there? Who are you? You're ripped. Oh, you're a bandit. My shield did not work then. What have you got on you? You got some wine. Now I'm going to try not to loot everything I find. Because it just doesn't make sense. I'm just walking around with armor. Weapons, yeah, might make sense. I might take that one, but we'll leave everything else. I'm not going to strip everybody naked. always think that's a bit dumb. Right. No idea where that bandit came from. Just loot stuff along the way. Yeah, there's normally wolves here, but I think Ralof actually has taken them out. I remember a lot about this game, but it has been a few years since I played it, so I think there's still going to be things that I've forgotten that are going to catch me off guard. Looks really good though. Oh, hello Ralof. You finished murdering wolves. Who are we seeing again? Was it Gerda? Show me Gerda. Take me to your leader. And we are at Riverwood. Nice.
Looks like nobody here knows what happened yet.
What?
Come on.
What is it now, Mother?
Gerda's probably
the way.
working in her lumber mill.
Black as night.
In the lumber mill, eh?
The Barrow.
Dragons now, is it? Please, Mother.
Dragons.
If you keep on
What
like
dragons?
This, no one in town will think
You're making it up.
And I've got better things to do than listen to more of your fantasies.
'Tis but a myth. Come on, Ralof. It's like I know where Gerda is and you don't. Here she is. I mean, do you want me to speak to her? Or do you want me to wait? You take your time.
Gerda!
Brother, Mara's mercy, it's good to see you. But is it safe for you to be here?
Gerda!
We heard that Ulfric had been captured.
Gerda, I'm fine. At least now I am.
Are you hurt? What's happened? And who's this? One of your comrades?
Not a comrade yet, but a friend. I owe him my life, in fact. Is there somewhere we can talk? There's no telling when the news from Helgen will reach the Imperials.
Helgen? Has something happened? You're right. Follow me. Pod, come here a minute. I need your help with something.
What is it, woman? Sven drunk on the job again?
Pod, just come here.
Ralof, what are you doing here? Ha! I'll be right down.
New to Riverwood? If you're looking for work, go see Hod at the mill.
I mean, do you have any supplies I could take?
Of course.
For free, of
Here's
course.
the key to the house.
I'm not paying
Stay
you.
as long as you like. If there's anything else you need, just let me know. Oh, what's this all about? What are you two doing here?
And are you giving me free stuff? Because this is quite a lot. Healing potions. This feels like cheating. Feels like cheating. You can't just give me all this. A dragon attacked Helgen and destroyed it. Ralof and I escaped together.
A dragon? In Helgen? It can't be. Although, it would explain what I saw earlier. Flying down the valley from the south. I thought I must have just been seeing things.
The dragon flew this way. You must have seen it. Other people did.
You're right. I saw it. But how's that possible? Dragons don't exist. They're just stories from long ago. I don't know why, but I actually believe you. You've got the look of someone who's just seen a dragon.
Very
Things
trustworthy.
just go from bad to worse. First the war, now dragons. What's this world coming to? The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever troops he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Uncle Ralof, can I see
Okay.
your axe? How many Imperials have you killed? Do you really know Ulfric's Stormcloak?
Hush, Frodnar. This is no time for your games. Go and watch the South Road. Come find us if you see any Imperial soldiers coming.
Aw, Mama. I want to stay and talk with Uncle Rayluff.
Mind your mother, boy. Look at you. Almost a grown man. Won't be long before you'll be joining the fight yourself.
That's right. Don't worry, Uncle Rayluff. I won't let those soldiers sneak up on you.
Now, Rayloff, what's going on? You two look pretty well done in. I can't remember when I last slept. Where to start? Well, the news you heard about Ulfric was true. The Imperials ambushed us outside Darkwater Crossing. Like they knew exactly where we'd be. That was 2 days ago now. We stopped in Helgen this morning, and I thought it was all over. Had us lined up to the headsman's block and ready to start chopping.
The cowards!
They wouldn't dare give Ulfric a fair trial. Treason for fighting for your own people. All of Skyrim would have seen the truth then. But then, out of nowhere, a dragon attacked.
When your friend told me, I didn't believe it at first either.
I can hardly believe it myself. And I was there. As strange as it sounds, we'd be dead if not for that dragon. In the confusion, we managed to slip away. Are we really the first to make it to Riverwood?
Nobody else has come up the South Road today, as far as I know.
Good. Maybe we can lay up for a while. I hate to put your family in danger, Gerda, but...
Nonsense. You and your friend are welcome to stay here as long as you need to. Let me worry about the Imperials. Any friend of Rayloff's is a friend of mine. I'm glad to help any way I can.
Okay, well, you want me to go to the Jarl of Whiterun? What can you tell me about him?
Jarl Balgruf? I don't mean to be disrespectful, as he's ruled Whiterun hold well for years, but he seems in over his head now. He's been trying to stay out of the war, but it can't last. He's going to have to pick a side. I'm afraid he's going to make the wrong choice.
Why? Is he loyal to the Empire?
I wouldn't say that. But he and Ulfric have been at odds for years, and I'm afraid Balgruf will end up siding with the Empire because of it. But it's hard to believe that even Balgruf would choose Elisif over Ulfric.
So you support the Stormcloaks then?
Of course, Ulfric's cause is just. It's time for Skyrim to rid itself of the Empire. The Empire may have been good for Skyrim once upon a time, but those days are long past. Banning the worship of Talos was the last straw. Thalmor everywhere, dragging people off for honoring our own gods. I'm glad Rayloff is helping drive them out of here. If I was a bit younger, I might have joined the fight myself.
It's funny that she's just mentioned the Thalmor. Obviously, the enemy of the Stormcloaks. Yeah, you know, they tend to be high elves, and I am a high elf, so I don't know if the helmet I'm wearing is just confusing her, but she really shouldn't trust me. That could be where my character goes. Listen, how do I get to Whiterun from here? I have no idea where I'm going.
Cross the river and then head north. You'll see Whiterun on its hill as you pass the falls.
Okie dokie. But before I go, can I get fresh supplies anywhere?
And by supplies, I suppose you mean weapons and armor? Alvor can help you out. He's our blacksmith.
Okay, you got a bit angry then. I'm not sure why.
Thanks, sister.
I
Knew we could count on you.
I ought to get back to work
Oh, I
before
can't
I
go that
miss,
way.
But did anyone else escape?
Okay, well, we need to go to Whiterun.
Don't worry.
Before we do, let's just take a look at Riverwood. To an inn. Might have to pop in there. And the Riverwood Trader. Oh, let's go in here. Do some trading.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this.
What have I walked into?
A customer. Sorry
Yep.
you had to hear that.
Yep, I'm stood right here. Yep. Having a domestic.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop.
Did something happen?
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in, but we still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
I mean, I guess I could get it back for you if you really want me to.
You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northeast of town.
So this is your plan, Lucan?
Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
No, by the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
I didn't really have a choice in that, did I? I couldn't say no. Well, show me the way, I guess. I kind of know where I'm going, lady.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
Yep. Yeah, I can see it. But you're still going to show me, aren't you?
Those thieves must be mad hiding out there. Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else.
Do I have to follow you? Probably not, right? Right. I kind of know where I'm going. If you want to walk to the end of the road, you can, but I'm going to go back to your husband and sell some stuff. Okay? Oh, you've noticed I've gone. You're just going to wait there? Okay. I'll be back in a minute. Hello again.
Show those thieves not to steal from Luke and Valerius.
Yeah, will do. Have you got anything for sale?
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Okay. I don't think I've got anything to sell, have I? Let's have a look. I have a garnet. Would you like a garnet? And a basket. You can't have any of that. Got some foot wraps. You can have that. Chainmail. What am I wearing at the moment? I've got the Nordic carved armor. So that gives me 50 armor. Yeah, this one's rubbish. You can have it. And I've got some robes. I'm not really a magic user at the moment, so have all of that. Have this tunic. And have this necklace. Dagger. Bearded axe. That actually does more damage than the Imperial sword, so probably going to use that. Have the mace, the sword, the Imperial sword, and the war axe. Or both of them, because I had two. Okay, cool. And what have you got for me? What can I buy from you? I'm kind of looking at potions, really. Cure disease. That feels like something I should get early on. I'll have one of those, please. And then... see, stamina is really important with this Blade and Blunt mod, so I'm thinking I'm going to be making use of stamina potions. But I only have 208 gold. Maybe I should just hold on to it. Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, well, it doesn't feel like I've got anything else to do here, so let's move on. And she's still waiting for me. Persistent, aren't you? Are we going? I'm gonna have to race you there because I don't know what my walk button is.
Lucan's golden claw. I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one.
Oh, do you know what? You can just stay there. I can't wait for you. Alright, let's get going. So she said Whiterun was across the bridge, down the hill. Check this out. The big old home. Riverfall Cottage. Algrith the Greater, Jarl of Whiterun, invites any and all law-abiding residents of Skyrim to purchase the recently renovated Riverfall Cottage for the price of 15,000 gold. Hello, Moose. 15,000. I'm nowhere near that. Alright, let's make the trip down to Whiterun. Speak to this Jarl. Is that a wolf? think it might be. Oh, hang on. I sold my sword. Let's equip that. Let's add it to favorites as well. There we go. Okay, that wolf looks like he's just run off. It's getting dark, I think. Yeah. And there's Dragon's Reach. That I do remember. Look at the size of that. Towering into the sky. Oh, we know where we're heading. Over there. Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't get that close. Jesus.
Citizen, I'm warning
Step aside,
you.
citizen.
Your presence is interfering with Imperial business. Be gone.
You are aggressive, huh? I will move on happily. I will say that... Oh my god, that's a big crab. That's it. You keep on waddling by. What I was going to say was... FPS is pretty good, considering I've got all these mods. But around Whiterun, it seems to be the worst. And my understanding is that it's because this start of the game, in particular, is kind of heavily scripted. Which can slow the game down. But it shouldn't be noticeable on the video, hopefully. Cunning Brew Meadery discovered. Lovely. Yeah, it's getting dark. I do remember there's a fight here. What's that? Is that an arrow? There's a big old giant. Let's get in there and help. Oh, they did it before I got there. I'm knackered. He's a big boy. Oh, I leveled up.
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you.
Alright. I was coming over, but you killed him before I got there. Tried my best, right?
Another milk drinker crying about his effort.
You just call me a milk drinker.
Glory only awaits those who triumph. And as companions, our glory must always be hard fought.
Can't believe you called me a milk drinker. Who are the companions, anyway?
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Sounds like a waste of time to me.
Well, nobody asked you. If you think you're better than we are, go talk to Codlac Whitemane. See what a warrior of true metal is like.
Codlac. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll tell him that you stood over there while they killed the giant, you wimp. Oh, I'm taking that arrow. I don't like her attitude. Okay. Get me in Whiterun. Hello, horsey. Got some creepy eyes. I said at the start in the intro, hopefully, that I won't be fast travelling. That does include these. I'm not going to be using them.
I'd like to see him laugh his way out of that.
I missed your conversation. What we're laughing about.
Sounds like you've had quite the journey, Uthgerd. But you were gone longer than usual. I got to thinking maybe you weren't coming back.
You sound like my ma. Figured I was lying dead in a field somewhere. Is that it?
Thought did cross my mind, yeah. War brewing, talk of a riot in Helgen, and now jesters. Skyrim's gone mad, girl. You need to be careful out there.
Careful, huh? Thanks, Skulvar. I'll remember that.
Yeah. Cool story. Anyway, what I was saying was I don't plan on using these for fast travel either. The only thing I thought was maybe I might allow myself to use these once I've sort of visited every major city. Maybe, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Look at this night sky. Look at that moon. Jesus. That's big. I'm getting distracted here. Get me in Whiterun. That's ridiculous. Right, we're nearly there.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
What shall I say here? I have some news from Helgen about this dragon attack.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
Oh yeah? Which eye? Your left one or your right one? Huh? We are in Whiterun.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Yorland Greymane. Okay. Drunken Huntsman. Let's have a drink in there. Right. Well, we need to see the Jarl, but it is night time, so maybe we should visit the inn. The pub. Speak to him in the morning. Is this it? Anad Mare.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Hold your applause. One more song. What say you? Yeah? All right then.
Oh, I hate bards.
Now,
I hate bards.
Once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from
Why do you have him in here?
And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made.
Okay.
But
Well,
then he went quiet.
hello.
I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling the inn to Isolda. Anyway, what do you need?
That was a little bit too much information for someone you've never met. I'd like to rent a room, please.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Thank you very, very much.
I'll show you to your room right
Please
this
do.
way.
Please do. Get me away from this guy.
His ugly red head rolled around on the floor. Quiet did Ragnar the Red when he
He's
met the
still
shield
singing.
maiden
Has he been singing
Matilda,
all
who
night?
said,
You kidding?
Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think
Have a
it's
break,
high
mate.
time that you lie down and bleed. And so then
Yeah, look, everyone's leaving. Why so many people in here? Why are there so many people in here? What the hell? Okay.
His ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
They say Helgen got hit by a
Okay, so new morning. Let's go find the Jarl. Let's head on up to Dragon's Reach.
All crafted by the best blacksmith in Skyrim.
There it is. Dragon's Reach discovered. Okay. Let's go see the Jarl.
Please, you have to listen.
Oh, that's bright.
I only
Jeez.
counsel caution. We cannot afford to act
What would
rashly
you have
in
me do
times
then?
like
What's
these.
Hey, whoa, whoa.
Jarl Balgruuf is not
This is
receiving
no time for
visitors.
rash action. I just think
Listen,
we
listen, I don't have my weapon out. Chill out. And also, Gerda sent me. Riverwood's in danger.
As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself.
You know what? I was told to give the message directly to the Jarl, actually.
Whatever you have to say to the Jarl, you can say to me. I'm
all right,
starting to
Ireland.
think...
I want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah. Stand down.
What's this about Riverwood being in danger?
A dragon destroyed Helgen. Gerda is afraid Riverwood is next, because, you know, very close.
Gerda owns the lumber mill, if I'm not mistaken. Pillar of the community.
Everyone knows
Not prone
Gerda.
to flights of fancy.
Know what I mean?
And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong?
Now listen, I was there. Saw the dragon burn Helgen to the ground.
By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
Bye.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service.
It wasn't really my own initiative.
Forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Lead the way, Jarl.
Farengar, I think I've found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
Talk to me,
So
son.
the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Gotta love a fetch quest, eh? Just, what has this got to do with dragons, though?
Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from?
Alright, what do you need me to do?
I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Man, 2 quests for Bleak Falls Barrow, eh? It's like I have to go there. But can you tell me anything about Bleak Falls Barrow?
An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there.
Yeah, one tried and I got impatient and left her. How do you know the stone tablet's actually in there?
Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources.
Listen, you want me to go and get it and you're not going to tell me that you know it's there? Unbelievable. Have you encountered any dragons?
Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be.
Okay, well, see what I can do.
You know,
This
if
is
you've
a
got the
priority
aptitude,
now.
you should join
Anything
the
we can
Mages
use to
College
fight
in
this
Winterhold.
dragon or dragons. We need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgroof. You seem to have found me an
Balgroof.
able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. Right. I need to review the quests. Let's have a little look. Oh, I need to level up as well. Okay. I'm going to be investing in stamina a fair bit at the start because that is just such a key thing for me at the moment, especially as I'm dealing with melee. I mean, I naturally have good magicka. I think that's because I'm a high elf, right? I can't remember how it works, but yeah, I'm going to go with stamina. And I need to have a look at this. So this has all been changed with the adamant mod that I installed. So I don't really know what's changed. I mean, so I suppose initially I'm going to want perks in some of the basic stuff like one-handed maybe, but yeah, one-handed weapons do 25% more damage. Ooh, so that's a nice basic one to get started with. Or I could start using a bow. Do 25% more damage with the bow. Let me have a little think and decide what to do. Alright, I'm just going to go with the skirmisher. One-handed weapons do 25% more damage. Seems like a pretty solid start. And now let's review what we need to do. So, quests. Bleak Falls Barrow. Retrieve the Dragonstone. We've also got the Golden Claw to get as well from Bleak Falls Barrow. Delayed Burial. Talk to the Strange Jester. I've walked into that conversation. And a couple of miscellaneous ones, which we're not going to get to right now. So yeah, I mean, only one thing to do really. So I guess we go and do that. Right, you're going to head on over to Riverwood and then go up to Bleak Falls Barrow. And I guess I'll see when I get there unless something happens along the way.
The Jarl has finally agreed to send you back to Riverwood.
Yes, Housecar. We'll leave immediately.
It's just us against the dragon? Is that it?
I can't afford to send anyone else, and we don't know where the dragon is. Your main job will be to keep an eye out and get the people to safety if the town is attacked. I don't expect the three of you to fight off a dragon by yourselves, but I do expect you to do your duty.
Of course. We'll keep Riverwood safe. You can count on it. Let's move out. Time's a-wasting.
Wow. You're sending 3 guys to protect the whole town, eh? Good job. Good job. I'm sure they'll do great. 3 guys versus a dragon. Okay, made it back to Riverwood. Let's make our way up here, which I think is how you get to Bleak Falls Barrow. Let's ready my weapons. Got my bow and arrow out. Not used that yet. I hear wolves. Might be a good opportunity to test this out. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Oh, baby! Headshot. You on your own? I will take that. Yeah, I hear another one. Okay. Now, I do remember there being a lot of enemies around. And the combat is a little bit unforgiving, so I can't get overwhelmed here. I'm going to have to try and pick people off. I don't want to be a sneaky archer boy, because that's what I tend to do in this game. I am going to try and mix things up, but in early game, I cannot risk dying. Now, how close can I get? Now, you will notice on the bottom left that sneaking, or when you walk, sneaking, it does use up stamina. That's I think that's part of the Blade and Blunt mod, and it's it just makes sneaking a little bit less overpowered, I guess. Detected. By who? Who? You can see me. Is this guy? He's not coming after me. Is he? Yeah, you can see, oh no, they're fighting each other.
What was that?
Nothing. There was nothing. Oh, they're coming, they're coming.
Time to end this little game.
Get ya? Whoa. Okay. You're getting a bit close for my liking.
Damn you!
I am already in trouble, by the way. Wait, hang on a minute, hang on. Those healing potions aren't doing anything. Am I dead already? I'm dead already.
I'll carve you into pieces.
I don't have any stamina to run. Hold up. Why can't these healing potions do anything? Restores 5 points of health per second for 10 seconds. Oh, wait. This might be to do with the alchemy mod. It changes what these do. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. Take that as well, I guess. I'm kind of screwed here. Yeah, I'm dead.
That's the last of them.
Oh, no. Alright, I'm back. So that's my first experience of how punishing the combat can be. I think it'll be fine once I get used to it. But I'm just so used to Skyrim being a bit of a hack and slash or being able to take people out really easily. So, yeah, let's have another crack at this, I guess. Who can see me? Oh, I hate it when it does this. Who can see me? It can't be the bandit. Right? No, because he'd be rushing me. There must be an animal somewhere. How am I meant to know if I'm actually sneaking? Yeah, so I've got no stamina now. Yeah, you really can't abuse this sneaking mechanic. Right, I need to pick them off. That guy absolutely wrecked me. You can't see me from there, can you? No. Also can't fire an arrow that far. Right, I need to get my stamina back, first and foremost. So these potions, then, they've all changed. Restore 5 points of health per second for 10 seconds. Because in vanilla, this is just a straight up heal, right? These have all been changed. So then, weren't the potions of, like, regeneration? Didn't they have this effect? I wonder what they are now. Who knows? That's strange. Okay, fine. Heavy armor increased. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I think, like, just wearing the armor is causing that to go up. I'm not sure which mod's doing it, but hopefully that's not going to be too overpowered. Right, can I get him from here? I did not reach. No. Do they know where I am? They're coming to investigate. Cannot handle a 2-on-1 here. Missed. Can't hold the drawn bow for too long because it starts to shake. Yeah, he knows someone's here. Oh, I got him! Right behind the tree. I got no stamina. Okay, this is the time to use the minor stamina potion. Recover a bit quicker. No, no, no. Got a tree in the way, mate. You can't get me. Having a bow off. Ew. Can't get me. Ew. Oh, I got ya. Yes! Okay. Those can be pretty powerful. Remember, I've got that locational damage mod. You get a headshot, you do twice as much damage. Right, I will take your septums. What else? You got a great sword. Ooh, I'm going to take that from you. Thank you very much. Right. Anyone else here? What have you got for me? Some ale, thank you. I do not want your gambeson. A hunting bow. I'll take it because I'm not sure what the difference is with the one I've got. We'll take your iron ingot. Okay. Have a little look at it. Hunting bow. So that does 8 damage. Longbow 7. So yeah, this is better. So let's add that to favourites. Take that one off. And maybe we'll have a go with the two-handed at some point. Maybe, maybe. Where's my shield? Thank you for that. Oh, I got a ring of minor stamina here. Definitely going to equip that. Right, let's cautiously enter this tower. Bound to be another enemy. Got a little bit more stamina now, so that ring makes a big difference. Oh. Where are you? I can't sneak. Ah, heavy armor's gone up again. Oh. There is some mod that is doing that. I'm going to have to try and figure it out because that seems a bit overpowered. This is Rappy Tappy in the editing suite, and I think I might have figured out what's going on with this heavy armor seemingly randomly increasing. And it's the interaction between two different mods. The first one I think is the perk overhaul adamant that I've got installed. On the mod page it does say under both heavy armor and light armor that entering combat while wearing 3 pieces of, in this case heavy armor, gives heavy armor experience. So looking back, I think every time I'm entering combat, or at least some sort of invisible combat range of the enemy, it's then giving me some experience. And I think the reason it does this is because armor skill level is quite hard to increase in vanilla. Because I'm pretty sure it just relies on getting hit. When if you're good at combat, you're not getting hit. So that's possibly what's going on there. The other mod that's actually relevant to this is the experience mod, because it actually applies a skill cap. So my worry was that I'm going to over level way too quickly with these mods installed, but thankfully the experience mod does apply a skill cap. I've got it on screen here, feel free to pause and have a look at it, but I shouldn't have to worry about massively over leveling my armor skill without even trying, just from entering combat. It should just always go up to that cap, which is based on my level. So yeah, there we go. I've hopefully found an answer to what's going on there.
That's close enough.
Where are you? I can hear your voice. You out there?
That's close enough.
Ah, it's not.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Where are you? Oh. Come on then. I'm gonna parry you.
This is the end for you.
Oh, you don't stand a chance. Hey-ya! Down you go. Got this. I will take your green cloak because I'm wearing an Imperial one. I don't like that. Lockpick. And I've already got a shield, so don't need that one. Anyone else? What's in your chest? Darkest darkness. Yeah, I won't be doing any reading in this playthrough. I'll take all this. Celebrate this evening. Okay. Down we go. Ooh, a sword. A Northern Iron Greatsword. Alright, I'll take that one. Alright, let's have a little sneak up to Bleak Falls Barrow. Now I do remember there being a lot of enemies up here. We're gonna have to play this very safely. Here it is, Bleak Falls Barrow. Discovered. Okay. Well, I'm going to call it there for today's episode. Our introduction to the Skyrim playthrough. And next episode, we're going to go into Bleak Falls Barrow. The first dungeon everyone does in Skyrim. So, yeah, let me know in the comment section what you'd like to see in this playthrough. What is my character's backstory? Remember, I am a high elf who's seen some things. One eye. And yeah, character build wise, let me know what type of character build you think I should be going for. Remember, I'm going to make this quite fluid, quite organic, based on where I'm traveling to, what quests I'm doing. The bandit's getting a little bit close to my liking. I'm going to step away. And yeah, I'll respond to the comments and we'll see what happens in this playthrough. But thank you for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.